Teams. I'm going to start recording and open up the Royale test. Probably should share my screen.
Yeah, share screen.
Oh, I know why I'm opening it up twice.
Can you tell us how to do it first and then tell us how to do it again? So that way we can first look at your screen and see what you're doing, and then we can go on Roblox Studio and follow step by step. Can we do that?
Okay, so show you how to do it, then do step one, then check in with everybody. That
Yeah.
might take a bit longer, but I'll repeat it twice this time. So, real quick, I know a lot of you pointed out that we have I'll pretend it's here. I fixed the model, so this isn't here anymore. But the red base has this spawn right under it. Everyone go to your red base and delete this, okay?
I already did that.
Yeah, so delete it because we're going to make our own, and if we have that one there, it can screw up this team's system. So what the team system is for, I'll bring our full project over here, is when I teleport over, what's going to happen is I am going to teleport onto a spawn point here. This spawn point, once I touch it, is going to change my team to the red team. And what that in turn is going to do is make it so if I die, I'll teleport back here instead of all the way over here. Same with the blue team. It's going to teleport me onto this point, which is going to change my team. And then once my team is changed, whenever I die, I won't start all the way over here, but I'm going to start on my blue side. Otherwise, things would be a bit confusing and people would be able to jump between teams every 5 seconds, which is a bit frustrating. So,
do you group the things, the bases?
Do you group the bases with these? You don't have to group the bases with the spawn points here.
No, I mean, you have to ungroup it to take away the spawner.
Yes, I think you do. Or you could just go into the Explorer here and go to the red base, and then it should say spawner here, and just delete that. I mean, I guess you don't have to delete it.
Do we get rid of the spawner, or do we not get rid of it?
Get rid of it, because that will make things easier to follow here. It should look like...
You were talking about how it's going to be frustrating people flipping teams, but then you were also saying to delete the thing, and I was going crazy.
Yeah, like, sorry about that. So first delete this spawner, because if you delete that, it will make what I'm about to do easier to follow. Okay, so I added this pick your team sign. All I did was go into toolbox, sign. This is completely optional. So
how do you do the signs? It says click here on the text label thing, and then I click on it and I type in a new name. It doesn't appear.
I'll go over that once we're done talking about the teams. So what we need to do is, before we can assign certain players to certain teams, we have to make these teams and make certain names for them. And to do that, you go to model, so home model, where the spawn points are, and there's this little section called service here. And you'll have two services here. One is called...
Wait, where's the model?
Model is this tab at the top here. Let me get a little circle here. Whoosh,
let me see.
right over here. And then actually everybody do this one step here. Go to model, go to service.
Where's service?
It is these gears right here. Service. And then click teams and then insert. So I'm gonna do
Luke, I don't have this. Oh yeah, I do.
Teams and insert. And I'm gonna put our numbers next to them as well. Model is number 1. Service is number...
Oh, so now teams
2
appears in your Explorer, a folder.
Yes. 3
teams.
And number 4. Okay, everybody do this real quick. I'm gonna check in. Liam, I think you just did it.
Yes, because I see the folder called teams.
Ahan, did you add this?
No, not yet.
Okay, please do that. Abby, are your teams added?
Yep.
Okay. Well, your team's folder. Anirudh, are you good?
Yeah, I bought NT.
Okay. Kyle, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, Max. Max
Do I-
and
Do I press insert?
yes, you press insert. We press model, service, teams, then insert. And Jonathan, are you good? Where'd Tostin go? Tostin, is he in the waiting room? I should probably check that. Tostin was here earlier, right? Yeah, I checked in with him. Oh well. Hi future Tostin. You're probably watching this video. Okay then. So I guess we will keep on going. So Max, you're good. Ahan, do you have your teams in at this point? No. Can you share your screen real quick? You're muted. Ahan, do you have your teams in at this point?
The host disabled participants share
Oh, screen share. Sorry. Doug does that. I need to just start remembering to do that right when I join. What was I gonna say? New shares. Let me try to find screen share settings. Stop share. Yeah, there we go. Advanced sharing. Okay, now try sharing your screen. Okay, so in that Teams folder, if you click that plus next to it, I want you to create 3 teams. One will be called, there will be a team option to select. You can call it red team, blue team, and then neutral team, or the Blue Lions, Black Eagles, and the negated neutralizers. I don't know. Just 2 teams that are the fighting teams and the 1 team for when you're standing on that spawn. You could call it the Batman crew. Okay, Ahan, do you have Roblox Studio open?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go to that screen where you have Roblox Studio open? Okay, once you have your project open, I'll go over these steps again, okay? For now, I'm gonna take over the screen and continue. So, what we need, yeah, everybody make sure you have your project open while listening here. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna notice.
How do you spell natural? Just
What
like quick. Natural.
For what? Oh, I didn't.
For my natural, I think I got it.
So right here, teams, there is a plus next to it when you click it, just like any other object you add a script to it. I'm gonna click this plus, and I'm gonna add 3 teams. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna name one I'm gonna be boring. I'm gonna name it blue, red, and neutral. Hopefully I spell neutral correctly. I think this is how you spell neutral. There we go. Okay, so we've got blue team, red team, and neutral. And if I go hover over them in the properties panel, we have a few things. We have, I'll start with the blue team. What auto assignable does is it allows you to be assigned to this team right when the person enters the game. Well, we don't want anyone to be automatically assigned to the blue or red team. We want them to make that choice. So I'm gonna uncheck this, and then it will ask
Hang on. Let me do that for a second.
And then it will ask for the team color. I'm going to change this to a certain shade of blue, and you've got to remember this shade. It'll tell you if it's deep blue, dark blue, cyan, lime green, really blue. I'm looking for one just called blue. We've got bright blue, electric blue. Is this just blue? That's cyan. I don't think there is just a blue. I'll go with really blue because that's a really cool color.
A lot of my energy
Um,
wants to bounce into this room and die.
Yes. Abby?
Which team do you do this on?
This on the blue team, I'm changing its team color to blue and making sure it's not auto-assignable. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the red team here, where you're not automatically assigned to it. I'm going to change its team color to this really red. You can change your team colors if you want. It's up to you. But make sure your teams that are fighting each other are not, what was I going to say? The teams that are fighting each other are not auto-assignable here. Now this neutral team, the one you start with, we want that to be auto-assignable. And I'm going to make its team color this industrial white over here. Just, your colors don't matter as long as all three of these are different. Okay? So I have my neutral team, I have my blue and red teams, which are not auto-assignable, and they have their own colors. And I have the neutral team. So now if I start the game, what should happen is I should get a little thing on the side of my screen here, and it automatically assigned me to the neutral team. Okay, and I've got blue team and I've got red team. So I'm automatically on neutral team, I've got blue team and red team. This is what you should see. However, we've got a bit of an issue. If I walk over here, well, now I'm not blue team. So what we need to do is add a spawner where when you touch it, it switches your team to the blue or red team. So I'm gonna go over one more time. Make sure blue and red are not auto-assignable, and your neutral team is auto-assignable, and all three of these have different colors.
My blue and red aren't auto-assignable, and they assign me to red.
Okay, then double check that. Oh, wait. Well, here's the catch. If none of your teams are auto-assignable, it's going to assign you to one of the teams. So make sure you're neutral. Oh, that's funny. We've got blue, red, neutral, and neutral again is the team I'm on. Make sure your neutral team is auto-assignable. Double check your
So
team
I
file.
checked it, and it's still not working.
This little check down here, it's not checked for your red and blue teams.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you keep the red spawner in? Did you keep the spawner here?
No.
Okay. I'll go over these steps again, but I'm just gonna go finish this out and then I'll help people with problems. So now what we're gonna do is, since we teleport over to these spaces, we're gonna put a spawner. How you do that is you go to model, spawn, and we're gonna put a spawner right under the teleport point here. So when a player teleports in, they will land right on this spawner. And the spawner also has special properties. You can change its color if you want. You can do other things like that. But what's important is you go down to this part which says teams. And this isn't the neutral team, so we're going to uncheck that. And we have two things here, which it says allow team change on touch, and what color team should this change you to? Well, I'm going to allow team change on touch, and then the blue I used was really blue. So if I touch this now, it will change my team color to really blue. And the team that's associated with that color is the blue team here. So long story short, in blue here, I have team color as really blue. If I go over to this, in teams, I do allow team change on touch, and I set the team color to the same color that it is here, which is really blue. And then I repeat for the other side. So I'm gonna take this, you can duplicate it if you want, but what was I gonna say? I'm gonna move it under this spawner, and I'm gonna change the settings of this one. I want to allow team change on touch. It's not a neutral team, so I uncheck that. In this one's team color is really red. So I'm gonna switch it to that one. And now if I play the game, if I If I go to the red base and touch that, boom, I'm on this red team. If I go to the blue base, even if I walk over there, but that'll take a while. If I go to the blue base and touch their spawner, then I'm going to be assigned to the blue team. And now, if I die, I'm going to respawn at that blue spawner. So you can use this for obbies and split them into certain levels and sections. Have each team be a different section. But, I was not supposed to spawn back here. Let me make sure that right here, I don't have this set as the spawner for the neutral team. So I'm gonna make sure this isn't neutral and allow team change on touch to the white team. That way I only spawn here if I'm part of that neutral white team. Okay. So now I'm at red and I should respawn only at the red spot. So sorry. Make sure you do the same thing for your neutral spawner as well. Allow team change on touch.
Luke,
And
I just realized something.
Yeah.
How do we have guns and stuff if we can't spawn them in our game?
That's what we're going to talk about on Monday. So for now, everybody start working on this.
For a flaming project, all you have to do is like the base for an FPS game without weapons.
You can add, how about this, Liam? Add a sword spawner. The swords will work fine with that code you have.
All right.
Okay. And I'll actually clarify that for the flaming project thing. So, I'm gonna just start helping people with it. Does anyone have questions? Jonathan, what's your question?
Yeah, I did the thing you said.
Oh, which
and
thing?
did the whole put the teleporters under the cylinders
The
stuff.
team spawners? Yeah. So they're under there?
And before I did that, I was spawning at the place where I choose your team, but now I'm just spawning in the base as soon as I join.
Yeah,
So,
okay. So, share your screen real quick. Oh, wait. Do you have
yeah,
Zoom on the computer? Put
No.
Zoom up on the computer, and I can help you out.
All right.
Okay. So just go on your computer, go to Google Classroom, click the link, and it should automatically help you. Liam, how are you doing? Does anyone want me to repeat these steps?
Pretty good. I'm trying to make the block for my sword spawner now.
Okay. Do you have your teams done though, right?
Yes, I do. I tested it.
And you even changed the team of this first spawner here.
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Abby,
What do you do?
It's supposed to be neutral, right?
No. You don't want this one to be neutral. I know I named this team the neutral team, but if you say this is a neutral team, then you can spawn there at any time. So what you want this to...
but I spelled it natural.
Oh, okay. So uncheck this neutral down here and allow team change to this white neutral team. Let me just read.
Well, if mine's working perfectly and I just named it natural, which people will know what that means.
The name doesn't matter as long as you have down here where it says neutral unchecked. Make sure this isn't checked and you're good. You shouldn't have any spawners with neutral checked. So I'll rename this to the starter team. This is red. This is blue. Abby,
It's still saying I'm on the red team.
I don't have any spawners for the neutral team.
Oh, okay. Abby, how are you doing?
I don't know what to do with the neutral team.
Okay, so just like, so for the red, blue, and for all three of these spawners, what you need to do, and I messed up when I was speaking about it initially, I apologize about that. That can be confusing. You need to go to teams, and you'll have two check marks, well, three things here. First, all of them should allow team change at touch. None of them should be neutral, so uncheck this neutral. And then finally, you need to change their team color to whatever the color team they are in the teams folder. So this starter team right here, its team color is institutional white. So in the starter area, I'm going to change this spawner's color to institutional white. Do you get that idea, Abby?
When I spawn in, it's still saying that I'm neutral.
Okay.
I mean red, not neutral.
When you spawn in, then I would check real quick in your teams. Oh yeah, you said this earlier. Can you share your screen real quick, Kyle?
Okay, I'm running Zoom on my computer right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me help Johnny out first because he's joining.
Wait, I think I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, okay. Johnny, can you share your screen real quick?
Okay.
And then everyone pay attention because if you're having a problem, then it's very, very likely that I'm probably going to solve that same problem with someone else if you're paying attention here. So let's say like Johnny here. So, oh my goodness gracious, that is an interesting team. So go to your teams folder, Jonathan.
Okay.
Should be in your Explorer over here. So teams, we've got Floor Gain, Shrek, and Noise, okay? So go to Floor Gain. Which one is your starting team?
Floor Gain.
Okay, so Floor Gain is auto-assignable. Its team color is white. Okay, remember that it's white. Now go to Shrek. Okay, it's not auto-assignable. Good, and then go check Noise real quick. Okay, perfect. You're good. So now go over to the actual spawners. Let's start with your neutral one. This is quite an interesting site. So scroll down to the teams part. Oh, there's my little arrow. Down in your properties here, Jonathan.
Okay.
Again, everyone else pay attention because this is probably your same exact problem. Oh, scroll up right there. So where it says allow team change up when your computer stops lagging. Keep on going down right there in teams. Okay, so you're allowed team change on touch. That's good. Okay, you need a X out of neutral. Make sure it's not neutral. And then it's team color. What color did you make Noise? Remember? It was white. And I think this is white right here.
No, it was really blue.
No, your neutral team. The one you start with. Hover over this one. I think this one's white. It needs to be the exact color. Yeah, right there, white. Now that team should be good. Okay? Because when you spawn in, you'll spawn in the Noise team, which is the white color, which means you'll spawn right here. Now go to your other two teams. This is a site. I don't know. Does anyone else have projects this creative yet? Okay. So scroll down. You just selected your spawn location. You don't really even need to be looking at it. Scroll down to are you scrolled down as far as you can?
Yes.
Okay, so scroll up. Look for where it says teams. There it is. Okay, again, make sure it's not neutral. Okay. And then what was the team color of Shrek? Do you remember?
It was
Go check your
it was dark blue. Dark blue.
Okay, so make sure check your teams folder and make sure it was dark blue. And then just do the same thing for the red team. And then tell me how you are.
Yeah, really right now.
So, well, wait, Shrek's color is really red. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, So don't worry about changing the color of the platform. What matters is changing the color of the team setting. down at the bottom.
And
Right there. So where it says team color, that's the important part. Now that should be very nice. Okay. Now do the same thing with the noise team. I'm gonna help Kyle now.
all right, how do I stop this?
I can stop it for you. Kyle, can you shoot your screen up on here?
Okay.
And then Ahan, how far have you gotten so far?
I think this is it.
You should be making your teams folder and then adding the spawners.
Okay. So.
Okay, so I've already see your problem here. On the right side of your screen, there should be 3 teams right here. There should be red, blue, and starter. So go stop the game and go to your teams folder. It may move. Oh, well, that's weird. You've got all 3 of them there, so why aren't they showing? Can you click your blue team real quick?
Okay.
Okay, it's not auto-assignable. Let's change its team color. Oh, you know what? I think all of these have the same team color, and that's why they're appearing as one merged team. So,
Okay, so
change your blue team's color to something else. Blue might be a good suggestion for something called the blue team, but I'll leave it up to you. Electric blue. Remember that exact shade. The red team, change it to... I usually stick with red. Don't make the red team and the blue team have the same color.
okay, really red
and then check the neutral team real quick for me.
That's
Just want to make sure it's auto-assignable and that's white. Okay, now play your game real quick, and you should see on the right side, the top right side of your screen, you should see all 3 teams in a wonderfully nice order. Red team, blue team, neutral team, fantastic.
Oh.
Now, let's fix your spawners here. So stop your game and go to your starter spawner where you decide your teams. We'll start from there.
Right here.
So click the starter spawner.
Wait, what?
Click this spawner right here.
I know, but
Oh,
it's like
you accidentally
myself.
dragged. You can press this undo button right here to just turn back time. There we go. Click the spot. Try to click the spawner, and yeah, let's see here.
I'm trying to.
Will it let you? That's the important part. There we go. So now scroll down on the properties here. Scroll down until you see teams. Okay. You want to check allow teams on change on touch. X out of neutral. Okay. And then change its team color. What was our neutral team's team color? Do you remember?
White.
Yes. Okay. So click that. And I believe this is white. You need to make sure it's the exact shade. That's lily white. Lily white won't work. You need to be exactly white. If you hover over it, it will tell you the name. So go up this one maybe. Try that one up there. So hover over this one in the middle.
Okay.
And yeah, there we go. Awesome. Now, when you touch that one, which you'll be assigned to, you will automatically be on the white team, and when you die on the white team, you'll be spawned back here. So now we do the same thing to the red and blue ones. So let's go over to the red team here, or the blue one, whichever one you want. I'm gonna draw a smiley face on your screen. There we go. It's a beautiful smiley face. He looks like he's crying. Hiding the tears. Yeah. So select your spawner here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And let's move on down to the teams again in your properties. So, okay, people should be paying attention here because with these two, okay, and hey, you did allow team change on touch. That's good. You got rid of neutral. That's good. Now make sure the team color is the same as your blue team color.
Okay,
So
that was electric blue.
yes,
Oh no, that was
that's cyan. So try to find electric blue. And there it is. And now I think I'm going to trust you enough to figure out how to do the same thing for the red team.
Wait, what?
So go to the red team spawner.
Wait, it didn't change color though.
No, the actual platform doesn't change color. What you're talking about is the teams, which is a property in the code.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if this actual part changes color. It only matters if it's assigned to the right team color. I know it's a bit confusing, but there's the part and then there's the code for that part. When you're in that teams category, you're changing the code for that part. You're not messing with the actual part. Okay?
Okay, I did
So
it.
team color,
Now-
and now test it out. So Ahan, how are you doing?
Not that good.
Okay, did you add your team
Yeah, it's
folder?
working.
No, somehow I can't find service.
Okay, so go to, I'm gonna circle on Liam's screen here. And yeah, Liam, you're good. Not Liam, Kyle. In model, go to the top here on model.
Okay. I'm already on model.
And then over to the right-ish, like this area, there will be one that says service. I'm gonna steal the screen back. Oh, sorry. If you're done with your spawners, start adding stuff to your world, making it better. Two neat things you can do, and I'm gonna go over this really quickly, is you can change the lighting of your world by going to lighting, and then you can change the time of day from nighttime to daytime and have it be all dark so lights pop more. So again, go to the lighting tab and you can change that. I'm gonna put mine back to normal so people don't get confused. Johnny, are you good on your oh wait, I already did it with you. Never mind. Liam, you're good on your team. Kyle's good.
No, my team's my natural. I had your problem and I wasn't listening.
Okay, so what you do is for your neutral team, just treat it like your other teams. Go to the spawner here, and in teams, you want to.
I didn't assign it to a spawner. So hang on.
Get what you're saying.
hang on.
So you have your 3 teams.
Oh right, no, I did.
Okay, and then.
Yeah, hang on. Slow down.
Gotcha. Just click this spawner and go to the teams category. It should look something like this.
Control.
Make sure you don't have neutral checked. I know that's confusing, but.
Okay, great.
And then your team color.
Let me see if it works. Please work.
Okay, Max, how are you doing with teams?
I wasn't doing so great. I wasn't paying attention so much.
Okay, well then, I was gonna say, did you add your teams folder?
Yes.
Okay. Did you add your 3 teams?
All right, I fixed it.
Awesome.
Huh?
Did you add your 3 teams, Max? Did you add your 3 teams? You're cutting
I
out.
added 3
Max.
teams.
You added your 3 teams.
I added 3.
I can't do much if you guys aren't paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna go over it one last time because after this we've got to move on. If you didn't catch it, well then you're gonna have to watch this video again to figure it out. So I'm gonna go from scratch. So Ahan, if you're having trouble, Max, if you're having trouble, everyone pay attention to this. I'm gonna discard all the progress we made today here. I'm gonna go step by step one more time and then
Hang on, Luke.
yes.
what happens if you're on pink today, Seb, and you go with your sword and then you die. Then you go back to the pink thing. There's no sword.
Yes, that we'll deal with the
that a
item
problem?
spawner. We'll have an item spawner that accounts for that. So I'm gonna go over this one more time for everyone. So first thing you need to do is go to model, service, go to teams, and click insert. I think everyone's gotten this step so far. Then in teams, what you need to do is you need to add 3 teams. You need to add your, you click this plus here, and you click team. You add your starter team. Starter. You add your red team. And you add your blue team. And you can add as many teams as you want. But for now, we're just going to stick with these 3.
Can you say what you just said again?
Yes.
I didn't quite understand.
All the way back. Okay. What we need to do is we need to go to the model tab up here. I need you guys to be paying attention because this last time I'm going over this. Model tab. You go to service. And you click, oh, I already put teams in here, so it won't let me do it again. So then you click this plus next to teams. And right here, it gives you an option to add a team. So I'm going to add 3 teams. I'm going to rename them to starter.
Well, it didn't tell me I can.
You can what? It doesn't tell you you can what?
It doesn't tell me I can add a team.
Okay, so when you're next to teams, click this plus. And right here it says frequently used, click team.
Yep. See, 3 teams. Do I add 3 teams?
Yes.
Why let me put 1?
Okay, you do 1 and then you click the plus again and then add another team. Then you click the plus again and add another team.
I added 3 teams.
You added 3 teams? Awesome. So I named my first one starter, the second one blue team, and the last one I'm going to name red team. Okay? I'm going to let people do that real quick. What was I going to say? 15. We started at 5:15, right?
So we have to have an hour at this meeting.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, and I'll go over.
When it's 6:15.
Well, stop. But I'm gonna cover this for 3 final minutes here. So, we've got starter, blue, and red. And now, if you're in starter, what you want to do is you want to make the starter team auto-assignable. So you have this check here. You're gonna make the team color white, and then over here for the blue team, we're gonna make that not auto-assignable. So uncheck that. We're gonna change the team color.
How do you make? Okay, continue. But how do you make things assignable and unassignable?
You have this properties tab over here, which gives you the option to make it assignable and not auto-assignable. You hit this check mark. Okay, so I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna choose a blue color. For red, I'm gonna not make it auto.
What do I put it in?
I'm gonna.
What do I put it in?
What, Max?
What do you put it in? What do you put it in?
What do you put what in?
What do you put it in? What do you put the auto-assignable or auto-assignable thing?
You don't put it in anything. You just click this little check mark here. Okay, Max, I'm gonna have to continue. If you weren't paying attention earlier, then I need you to, after this, rewatch this video and follow along with that, because I've got to.
Tell me a check mark.
help the rest of the class in the properties tab here.
Yes, and it's mine. It's nowhere.
Gonna say,
Can't
so
find the check mark.
you can't find the check mark?
Can't find the check mark.
Okay. Do you have your properties tab? Do you have your properties tab, Max?
Yes. Can I share screen?
Not right now. We had time for that. Now we've got to start moving on. Okay. If you weren't paying attention back then oh well, you've got to rewatch this. Now, I'm gonna go over final here for, shoot, it says my internet connection is unstable. That's not fun. So for spawn location, I'm gonna go to teams, allow team change on touch, and make this the color that I made my red. And over here, I'm gonna make this spawner on teams. I'm gonna allow team change on touch, get rid of neutral, and make this color the same one it was in teams. And right here, I've got to add a spawn object here, and I'm gonna change this as my starter color. I'm gonna allow team change on touch, and my starter color was white, so I'm gonna change that to white. Okay, so on to item spawners. I didn't think we'd get this far, but since we are, I'll show you guys that, and we'll work on the elimination script, and we'll work on this next week as well. This is a bit of an extra thing if you want to go above and beyond for item spawners. Okay, so item spawners, we used the zombie spawners last week. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you guys.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. There you guys are coming back in.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. So to create item spawners, this is a fun place, but you can add, what was I gonna say? Does everyone here know how to use the terrain editor first?
Yes.
All right, I think most of you guys do. So I'm going to just
Add a
add a
brick?
block. Yeah, just add a random part. I'm gonna make its transparency. You don't have to do this, but it makes it looks a bit nicer to half. And you don't have to make this item spawner. And I'm gonna rename this to tool spawner. The one we have from our zombie project works to an extent. It places down a tool for us, but after that's picked up that one time, if you die, then guess what? It doesn't respawn. So what we want to make is a tool spawner that keeps on giving you the item if you run into it. So I'm going to add a script to this. And in this script, I'll post this in the chat. We'll go over this script next week, but here's a bit of a preview. You don't have to do this, but if you want to get ahead, you can definitely do this. Okay? What we want to do...
Can you post this in the chat? Just highlight it and put it in the chat?
I'll put it in the Google Classroom.
Highlight it.
So...
No, because you're just going to put a snipping image in it.
Yes, I know. So right here, it's not that much more than last time here. So let me sort out the comments so this is easier to see. So what we have here is just like last time, we get a reference to the spawner, which is the parent of this script, just like last time. And we have an item, which is going to be game.server-storage, whatever item you want to spawn in. Okay? And right here's a bit different. Instead of spawning or having a function run whenever a player joins, this function is going to run whenever a player hits this object. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a function called object hit and have the hit item. Okay. And instead of connecting it to the player added event, we're going to do spawner.touched, and then we're going to run this function. So long story short, get your references to whatever you want to add here, which for me
Hang
is
on.
the sword.
Can you just can you just name your sword something and not have to get the reference and just type that out every time?
I mean, you could put your sword in the workspace, but if someone picks that up and moves it around, this wouldn't work anymore. So
No. If you named your sword one thing and then you went into code, didn't get a reference to it, and just typed what it actually is,
that won't work. You have to always get a reference for it in Roblox. In other game engines, you sometimes don't. But in Roblox, you always have to get your reference in the same script, in each and every script. So then all the other stuff you guys have already done before, where the function, if the object is hit, you guys did with your doors. Right here is where we get our new code. What we're going to do is we're going to make a reference to the player's backpack. And with this, we go to game and then players and then get a player from what just hit the object. So, and then get its backpack. This is a pretty long line of code, which is why I'm giving you guys this head start. And then we're going to have another variable called player has item. And what that's going to do is it's going to check the player's backpack and see if it has an item named classic sword. So whenever you do a new tool, you've got to change this right here and this right here. So let's say I have a pistol. I do item game.server storage pistol, and then in the backpack, find the first child named pistol.
so now we can do pistol spawners.
Yes, this
Yes!
does every tool. Yeah, that's
pistols.
then what I was gonna say. Let me show you guys something real quick. Let me comment out this. What we could do is, instead of getting a reference to the backpack, instead of doing this if, instead of whatever, well, actually we need a reference to the backpack. Instead of doing all that, we could reduce this to 2 lines of code. We make a clone of the item, and then we put it in the backpack. Is there anything wrong with that? If the player is touching the object, touching the spawner, create a clone of the object and put it in the backpack. Is there anything wrong with that? Anyone can point out.
If the person just stands in the spawner, he's gonna get 1,000,000 swords.
Like so? Oh, okay. Maybe that's not a crazy amount. And this should probably be anchored. But if I go to my backpack here, you can see it is all swords and I cannot pick up any other items. So what we're going to do is, in the script, we're going to make a variable called player has items. And what we're going to do is we're going to check in the backpack if there's anything called classic sword. So then we're going to say if the player does not have the item, so if not player has item, then we're going to clone the item and put it in their backpack. This way, whenever you run into it, it will check if you have the item. If you do, it won't give you another one. But if you don't, it'll give you one. So, and this can be repeated for any tool. So I can take this over here. I can go grab the rocket launcher from Roblox.
Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher. Yeah, rocket launcher. Make sure it's by Roblox for it to work online. And I'm gonna, again, like we do earlier, make this one word. I'm gonna put this into our server storage. And in here, for this tool spawner, all I've got to do is change classic sword to rocket launcher. And where it says classic sword here, make sure I change that to rocket launcher. And I can repeat this over and over for as many items as I want. I don't think that's spelled right. Let me make sure it is. Copy that name and paste and paste. And now I can also make this. Whoa, who did that? I can probably. How do I disable the participant annotations? Yeah. Abby, do you have a question? Does anyone have a question on this?
Can't you just replace the class, name the classic sword rocket launcher and make this classic sword name rocket launcher and name the rocket launcher classic sword?
Well, you could do that. And then this, so now I've got the rocket launcher and can blow myself up. And I'm still on the starter team. Look at that. So I'm going to spawn up there. Well, I should. It's in the neutral team for some reason. Oh, yeah, because this is my unsaved, unfinished one. So right here, you're saying in the script, instead of changing the script to get rocket launcher, you could change the sword's name to rocket launcher. And that could work, and then you get a sword instead. But I feel like just changing this in the script is much easier than the confusion that will bring by having your rocket launcher being called a sword and your sword being called a rocket launcher. So I will, and you can do this with pistols, you can do this with any object, and it works for any amount of players as well. So if anyone runs into this, they'll get that specific item, which means you can also, like, let me see, do I have my full project up here? Yeah. You can also, like, here's my gun spawner. If you do a mythical item or whatever, you can hide it back here in the cave, so you can have secret item zones to fight other players. Or here's the rocket launcher, but it's surrounded by zombies, so you've got to fight through your zombies to get to the rocket.
Oh yeah, that's so easy to get to. You should play some more zombie spawners.
Okay, how about
Just a recommendation. Because they just kill everybody. Either
is this
why?
better?
You're so evil. You're so evil. Why? I said like.
See, but now
All right, play the. Now I want to see if you can defeat that many zombies. Play the game.
Of course I can. Watch this. Ready? All you have to do is, oh shoot, I was gonna just jump in before they even spawned. Now this seems to.
Now you can't do it.
I don't know if you. I think you can decently easily.
Well, they can kill. They kill themselves at the beginning.
Yeah. So you might want to use different enemies.
That's actually pretty easy.
Yeah. So again, and same with the zombie spawners. If you want to do a different enemy,
you can have like rocket launcher guardians.
If you want a different enemy, just change drooling zombie to whatever other enemy you got. Like I know Honorud C spawned skeletons in one of his. And so let me take this spawner script. It's going to be for the item giver. And I'm going to put this into the Google Classroom. For anyone who wants to get a bit ahead, it would be very nice if you were able to add this to your project now, because if you do, that means we could get to more cool stuff next week. If you guys don't all have this done, then we can't get to as much cool stuff in our final week. So, new spawner code. So yeah, remember the homework is due Friday at 5 p.m. So please have your projects submitted by then, so we can review them. And then what's cool about this Saturday is because these are all multiplayer games, when we grade them, we're all just going to be playing them at once. New tool spawner code. So we're gonna.
Well, can you tell me when you're gonna be playing my game? Because I'll join the server and battle you to the death.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing all of your games Saturday at 10 a.m. Okay. That's when we do the homework reviews.
All right.
So Saturday at 10 a.m., make sure your project is submitted. And then like last time, like we all were working on Jonathan's obby for a while here. I had their projects here and we went through them one by one online. So then we can have battles. I was wondering, we could all just team up on a specific server, have the Roblox kids be on one team and the Minecraft kids be on another team, and we can show our dominance over Doug's.
Oh yes, we should go on one of.
Well,
We
anyway,
should-
I'm in both.
You should do that on your team.
Yeah.
You should share it with everybody and create an assignment called Battle to the Death,
I like it. I like it.
so that we can all battle each other to the death.
Anyway, Jonathan, what was your question, or was that an actual class?
He was about to do it.
What is the homework? Is it just the teleporters we worked on
It's
today?
just the teleporters and the teams. Yeah, I should clarify that. You don't need to add this final bit. Just make sure you have your teleporters done and your teams done. And so, Johnny, you should be good. I would highly appreciate if, you made your battlefield a little more than this, which is a little bit boring in my opinion. And oh yeah, the sign here, if I type in sign.
Yeah, mine has plenty.
Sign, where it says input your own text here. I grab this, and in here, I'll just get rid of that one. You can move it, scale it, whatever. Signs are a bit wacky in Roblox, where you have to go to the sign here, and under sign, there's something called a surface GUI. Under the surface GUI is where you're actually able to change your text. And then you've got to find it and like dig here until you can
Also,
find
you
it.
do that in the
Text label. And so I can do pick
Oh.
your team. Awesome. So yeah, my idea is we finish the spawners and elimination
that's so
counter.
awesome.
And then we just add a bunch of polish to our projects as our final submission. So yeah. Are there any other questions, or are we good? No questions?
Good.
All right. Well, then you guys can head out. I'll answer Ahan's question. Ahan, what's your question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we name our teams different names?
Yes, your teams can be named whatever you want as long as they have matching colors with their spawn point. So Jonathan named his blue team the Shreks.
Okay.
And the other team, the Johnny, fill me in here. I'll call them the Gamers. The Shreks versus the Gamers. Okay, or the Gamer. They all unify to make one Gamer. Okay. And then on here, I'll have Starter, Shreks, and Gamer. Okay. Again, my spawn points aren't set correctly because I went through all that. For some reason, that is neutral, which that needs to be unchecked. Okay, that's the only one that's popping up as neutral. Weird. So I named them the Shreks and the Gamers, but what matters is that the Shreks team, it has the electric blue. If I want this spawner to be the Shreks team, then I need to go to teams, allow team change on touch, and make sure it's electric blue. Then that way it's going to assign me to the Shreks team if this team color here matches the team color of the Shreks. Okay, same with the Gamers over here. If the Gamers team color is really red, all I need to make sure is that this spawn point's team color is really red. And if you want to change the base color, just go to the base parts, click all of them, and you can just change the colors of those. So this is cosmetic, but if I want this to be the Shreks, that is way too bright of a Shrek. Wait, this is Gamers. I don't know. But you guys get my point. You can rename the teams And all that matters is that the team color right here under teams matches the team color in your teams folder. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, sorry. Nope. Okay, awesome. You guys are free to go. If I'm gonna check with Ahan and Max. Everyone else is free to go. If you have any questions, ask on the Google Classroom, and I hope to see you all on Saturday. Remember, submit your project Friday, 5 p.m. Bye. You can head on out. What was I gonna
Bye.
say?
Luke, hang on.
Oh, yeah, you can stay here,
Wait,
Liam.
are
Then.
you posting that Are you
Items.
posting that on your spawner thing?
Yeah, it's already.
Are you posting that item spawner thing?
Yeah, the code is already on the Google Classroom. Right here.
All right, that's all I need to know.
All right, cool. See you, Liam.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Hopefully destroy you when we battle to the death.
We'll see. So Ahan, where are you at right now with the teams?
I'm at week 2 projects.
Okay. So
The teams, let me
okay.
share the screen.
So you're able to watch the videos and catch up here. I was just gonna say, do you have your week 1 project done?
Yes, but I didn't know how to. I tried to figure out how to publish it, but somehow it's loading for a very, very long time.
Okay, so I will help you submit it. Can you share your screen real quick? And Max, just tell me, don't share your screen, but how are you on the teams? Okay, then. So go to your Roblox project, open up your week 1 project. Is it opening up, Ahan? Is your week 1 project opening up?
Yeah.
All I'm seeing is this blank face. And Anirudh, you're still in the call. You know that. You can stay here if you want. If you want to vibe
I
with the
know. I
Roblox
had a
game.
question. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I had a question.
While he's pulling this up, feel free to ask your question. What was your question, Anirudh? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm muted. Okay. So my question is, next week, can we add like a way where we can build like a game where there's like rounds, and then like every round like a team spawns in, and then
Okay, so I'm thinking. We couldn't do rounds like that without getting crazy complicated. There is one center for this Roblox Royale class. What he did is he created a curriculum with 600. It was a thing where you basically made your own miniature Fortnite thing with a battle bus system and everything. It is 789 lines of code. And quite a bit of that is the lobby organization and the rounds and stuff. And Ahan, are you opening up your week 1 project? I need you.
Yeah, I'm opening it up.
Okay. Because all I'm seeing is your all I'm seeing is the Google Classroom on your screen. Is it open on your screen? I think.
No.
Okay, so go try screen sharing again, but make sure you click the Roblox when you screen share. Okay, so Anirudh, on how to make it rounds like that,
Yeah.
Nothing that we could do quickly or easily. And
Okay, so like nothing we can do in 1 week.
nothing we could do in 1 month.
Oh, okay.
And make it understand, because the way he has the lobby system, I looked over it. I'm like, okay, this is 789 lines of code is a bit way too crazy much.
Okay.
But I'm wondering, I'll have to talk to my boss. If you want to look at that code, I'm gonna ask if we might be able to share it. But
Okay.
I don't know if we can.
What code?
We received it from another center who's working on, and they created the round system like you're talking about.
Oh, okay, they did.
It allows you to set the max number of players, and then it's the only one who's remaining, and then they're the winner. It's a full battle royale game, but but what I was gonna say, it is all those crazy lines of code.
Okay.
So to make the round system, well, what we need to do is we need to count up all the players. We need to see if only a single one was remaining. Check that constantly. If a single one was remaining, then end the round. And then teleport all the players to a certain area, and then have it wait a bit. And then I don't even know how to organize that lobby, because what if someone just joins in the middle of a match? What happens to them? Do they
They can go to the lobby, right?
Yeah, but then how do you do that in code specifically? I mean, you could say player joined, go to that specific team.
Okay.
I don't know. You'd have to make this a
Look,
more
I'm here.
true battle royale game, which would take a lot. And
Look, I'm here at my project.
okay, can you share your screen, Ahan? So yeah, it's possible, but not very likely.
Okay.
And we're not gonna be doing that next week. But I am looking into weapon modding. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
So we can, I mean, of course, modding the code of a sword and stuff, but how someone mentioned a pixel sword sounds cool, and see if we can do something with that. Okay, so you're on your first project. Do you have your zombie spawner in this one, Ahan? I can see it now. Yes,
it's right here.
Okay, can I see it run real quick?
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to. The mesh. Just wait for it to load. Together this other thing here. Okay, so all I'm seeing is black bars here. Oh, there we go. And did it crash? Oh, you have like 6 instances of Roblox Studio open. But there's your zombies. I'm seeing them spawn. So you're good to go on that. So to submit this, what you need to do is go to the, what I was going to say, stop the game, click File, and then Publish to Roblox Studio.
Which publish Roblox Studio?
Use Publish to Roblox Studio as. And then name what you want to name this one.
Okay.
So close it. So now you want to go to your Roblox account. And I have a video on how to do this. Did I show you the video last time?
Yeah, you did, but it still didn't work.
Okay, so go to what I was gonna say. Go to your Roblox account and go to the Create tab. And then Max, how are you doing on your teams? Oh, also, Honorud, I know you have your projects done, but
Yeah.
why are none of them submitted? I also know you know how to submit projects, so
What do you mean none of them?
now I have none of them received.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean none of them are
submitted? You haven't submitted any of them. Oh, you.
Oh, okay.
Well, Honoruda, huh?
Okay,
A
well,
did.
I'll submit it right now.
Yeah. I mentioned that on Monday, but
Okay.
so okay.
Okay, I'll submit them now. Wait, how many projects do we have to submit?
One for each
I have
week.
only added buildings for the
You've only added what, Max?
I have added buildings for all the teams.
Okay. Max, Max, you're being really, really loud. And when you're really loud like that, sometimes the microphone does something called clipping. And I can't hear what your words are. So can you speak at a normal volume and say all that?
I have only started. I have just finished I just finished making the buildings for all 3 teams.
Okay.
And I have.
Okay. So now can you go to your Roblox account, Ahan? So go to new tab, type in Roblox. Okay. So, yeah, instead of games, can you close out of things you're not using, Ahan? I think that's slowing your computer down. You can actually close out of Roblox Studio at this point because we're not going to be needing it to publish this. So X out of Roblox Studio and other things you're not using. Let's say awesome. Okay, so are you logged into your Roblox account? Yeah, it says above 13, but I'm not seeing your name. Instead of games, go to that create tab. Actually, I can draw on here. Whoosh. And then you can also X out of this and X out of this. If you hit both those X's, your computer will run a bit faster. Right up here. Right. So your computer seems to be running really, really slow right now, Ahan. Could you please X out of these 2 tabs here? That one and that one. Awesome. Now, do you see that one which says Ahan Place if you scroll down a little bit? Yeah, you click configure game. What you want to do is see how it says private or public. You want to click public. So fill in this little dot there. And now scroll down a bit. And there will be a save button right here. Oh, scroll up, I guess. You keep on missing it just a little bit. There we go. If you save it, now go to places over here. Okay, and then click this right here. This is your place. So now it's public, but you need to copy this link. Do you know how to copy and paste, Ahan? So do you know how to copy? Wait, don't just put it there. You need to put it in your assignments tab. So scroll up. And click this classwork tab. Okay. Now we're going to scroll down to week 1. Right there, keys and zombies, week 1. And see how it says it's missing? What we need to do is we need a view assignment here. And now if you scroll down, you can see the videos about what to do to submit this project. And then at the very bottom, keep on going down a little bit, where you need to add your work. So click this add button to this your work. And then we want to add a file. Oh, I mean, sorry, not a file, a link. My bad. You want to add a link. X out of this when you have the option. So it seems like you're really, really zoomed in. How small is your computer, Ahan? Here, so add or create, and then you want to add a link. That's not going to change anything about zooming in. So add a link. And you can paste it here. Awesome. So now click add link. And then what you're going to do is turn in your assignment. Oh, scroll up. For some reason, this box popped up. And click this turn in button that's highlighting. Okay, so go down a little bit, Ahan. Right there, that turn in button. Okay, and turn it in. And now you've turned in your first assignment. What were you having trouble with last time for this? Yeah, and I just got a little notification on my phone that you turned it in. Oh, it's not showing my phone. Ahan, could you do something real quick for me? Could you, or actually, can I do remote control of your computer real quick? Okay, I want to test something out here about your resolution. Here we go. Is this easier to see now, Ahan? Or is it really, really small? You're muted, Ahan. I can't hear you. Oh,
Really small.
it's really, really small. Okay. You must have a very low resolution computer screen. And Max, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so what are you, you can go if you don't have any questions, Max.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, so now, what I was gonna say, yeah, let me try to zoom back in here. Do you have a really small computer screen?
Nope.
Okay. Let me make sure I can turn this back. Pressing control and zooming in. There we go. And then what's your default resolution here? Man, it is this zoomed in. Okay. And then, what was I gonna say? I can't get out of this window. So now you've got to open up Roblox Studio again. I'm not remote controlling anymore. Upload your other project and submit it the same way. Okay.
Well, I'm working on my second
Okay, so
project.
once you're done with that, then go to the video at the bottom of this and then submit it when you're done with it. And once you're done with that, then try your best to get week 3's project done by Friday. Good job on completing week 1.
Okay.
We'll see how we go from there. Do you have any other questions, Ahan?
No.
Okay, now I'll check out and send you your grade for your project. Bye.
Bye.